Reminder of what we did yesterday. Boys and girls, we read the book In the Mountains. And we talked about the main idea and the details yesterday. The main idea was there were lots of animals that lived in the mountains, and the details were you did a great job of listing the animals that lived in the mountains. Today, your job is going to be to find answers in text. Who can tell me what's text? What does text mean? Good job, thank you for raising. It's a story or whatever you're reading. So if we say that you're going to find answers in text, it's just like when you are visiting with Miss Hayes. You read the paragraph, you read the question, you go back and you read again and you find the answer because it's going to be right there. You're going to put your answer, your finger right there on that answer today. So, before we get started, we need to talk about a couple of words that we learned yesterday, and some of them were kind of tricky, and some of them were like, oh yeah, I remember that one. So, your eyes are right here. Say it with just your eyes first time. And I want you to whisper and tell your shoulder what we talked about yesterday. Oh, I heard lots of right answers. Whisper, tell me. It's a chipmunk. And yesterday we talked about this little animal that was a chipmunk. We talked about something on a chipmunk. That was right here. What did we talk about? And yeah, that was a good answer. Chubby cheeks. We talked about chipmunks carry food that they may store in their mouth with chubby cheeks. Good answer.
Actually, nuts.
They carry nuts. Well, watch this next one, and boys and girls, yesterday we did a lot of talking about that word. Proud. Anybody remember proud? Now, remember when you tell me the meaning, try not to say it means you're proud, because you're using the same word, and if I don't know what proud means, that's not going to help me. We talk about proud every single day. Damon, what do we say about proud?
Proud means you have pride in yourself.
Perfect. You have pride. You show pride in what you do at school. You show pride in your work. You show pride in the way that you act. You show pride when you interact with the boys and girls in our room. You're proud of yourself when you show pride. And the next, I remember this word talked about an animal. What was that word, Emily? Sneaky. What does that word say? Sly. We talked about a sneaky fox that was sly.
Just like a crow.
Yes. Oh, yeah, exactly. Did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
The crow that we read in our story this morning. Remember how he was sneaky and sly and he stole food from the other birds?
That's a mini crow.
That was a good job. Yeah. Now, this was the other animal that we talked about. A squirrel. A squirrel. And I remember somebody told me the difference between this one and this one. Who told me that about this table? Who was that? Stuart, what did you tell me about a squirrel?
They have different tails.
They had a different tail. What kind of tail does a squirrel have?
Like, it stays up.
Down it. Oh, bushy. So, this was your reminder about what we did yesterday. Here's the words that are in our story that we're going to reread. Now, your job today, when we read this same story, is that you're going to find answers in the text. That means you're going to read the story, think about the questions, and put your finger on the answer so that you can get the answer out of the story instead of in your head. Because sometimes answers out of your head are really the right answer, but it's not the answer that goes with the book. Just like when Carion said, ooh, that crow this morning was sly. So if the question was, what animal did we read about in this text that was sly? If you put the crow, I would go, no, that's not the one here. You didn't put your answer. It's not in this story. So, first thing we're going to do is we are going to listen to the questions. That way, boys and girls, when you are reading like good readers do, good readers will read the question That way, when they read the story, they can go, ooh, yeah, we'll talk in just a minute. Ooh, there's that answer, and you'll store it in your mind so that you can go back later and put your finger on it. So here are the questions that you're going to be reading for. What color is the squirrel? If you know, don't tell me, because remember, you're going to put your finger on it. And what word describes the fox in the story? Don't tell me yet. You're going to put your finger on it. What animal is strong? And what word describes the deer? Now, boys and girls, if you already know those answers, you're not going to go run back to your seat and write down the answers, are you? Because where are you going to find these? You are going to find these answers on this paper that you're going to get in the text. And when you do that, if you get them all, you have 3. If you miss one of them, that means you have a 2, and you're still working towards the goal that we're working on. If you missed more than that, that means, ooh, we need to do lots more practice when you're in your little group up here with me. That would be a 1. So our job today is to find answers in text, and everybody get a, so that when we go back and check, you can go, Okay, so put your finger on the title. We're going to read first to refresh our memory about what the story's about. Put your finger on the title. Thank you, Gabe, good job. Read the title with me. In the mountains. Now, Charlie, let's look at the title page. Because I noticed there's a bear on the cover, but when I look on the inside, there's a couple there. And read the title with me again on the title page, ready? In the mountains. Good for you, good trackers. Turn, and boys and girls, we're on page 3. Now, if I didn't know what that animal was, I might say, But good readers use that picture as context clues. And then when you read, you can go, that's exactly what I thought. Now, remember the questions that we are reading for, okay? Reading with me. Tracking. The small striped chipmunk lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Do you know what I heard when you were reading? I heard when you saw that question mark, your voice went up a little bit in a question. Good job. Turn.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
The small gray squirrel lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Yes. The small furry rabbit lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Good job. Turn. Yes. The small side fox lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Good job. Yes. The big, strong eagle lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Turn. Ready? Yes. The big, proud deer lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Yes. The big, hungry bear lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Ready? Yes. Many animals live in the mountains. Can you name these animals that live in the mountains? Now, boys and girls, your job when you get back to your seat, you are going to find the answers to the question in the text. That means they're not coming out of your head. They're coming right from the book. You are going to put your finger on it, just like with Miss Hayes. You're going to read the question. You're going to go to the page where you think the answer might be, and you are going to put your finger right on it. And then you're going to write it. And I will know exactly which page your answer came from, because some of these words are really hard to spell. And if you have spelled it exactly right, I'm going to go, you found that answer in the story. if your word, ooh, if you sounded it out and spelled it, I'm gonna go, oopsie, that answer came out of your head and not out of the story. Okay? Yes. Okay, honey, you may go get one. So, tiptoe back, I'm bringing your paper, don't